Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
This entire military is one cohesive, dedicated force. And the threats to our nations, they don't sleep. They're watching our every move. Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, ISIS, Al-Qaeda. They may be watching this right now. Our military should not be mistaken for a cable news gabfest show. We don't care what you look like. We don't care who you voted for, who you worship, what you worship, who you love. It doesn't matter if your dad left you millions when he died or if you knew who your father was. We have been honed into a machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you know what's good for you. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We've seen war. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Join Terry with Tracer Rounds every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern to hear interviews with veteran artists, veteran business owners, and businesses that support veterans. Catch us on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and MB Radio. If you miss a show, you can listen again on Wreaths Across America Radio every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Tune in to see if you are on target. MBR, giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Welcome back to the Tracer Rounds podcast. I'm Terry, your host, and you're on MBR, where we're giving veterans a voice. Tonight's guest is supposed to be here. We're going to hope that she's able to show up. But in the meantime, we'll just talk about what's coming up in the coming weeks that you can expect on the Tracer Rounds podcast. And so I thought I would just kind of give you a quick snapshot of the guests that are coming up. So we have Jack Blaze on the 22nd, and he is a music artist veteran. And then we have DJ Nick, who is a DJ on our music side on MBR, and he is overseas. So it's going to be interesting because it's going to be really early in the morning for him. So hopefully he's up for that. And that's going to be July 29th. Then we have coming up, we have August 5th, we have David Bray. He is David Bray Music. He plays a really awesome rendition of the Star Spangled Banner that you just have to hear. He will be, we only get 30 minutes with him, but it's going to be worth it, I'm telling you. So you're going to have to tune in for that one. That one's going to be August the 5th. And I am going to have DJ Clado with me too, because he's a super huge fan. He plays David Bray on his podcast as he ends his show. So you'll want to check that out. Also on the 12th, we have Rob Fess, who is another veteran artist. He plays piano, an awesome piano, mean piano. Let me just say, like, he can roll those keys. So you'll want to tune in and hear him. He will be playing live. And then I have another book author coming up on August. He just messaged me today. He is going to be on August 19th. His name is Chris Whitmore. And he has a book out that I think you'll be interested in. So you're going to have to tune in to find out what it is. And then we have division chief from the Denver Fire Department. He's going to be on. His name is Warren Mitchell. He is a division chief over training, safety and training for the Denver Fire Department. So you're going to want to tune in for him and hear some stories from him and kind of hear about his career, kind of hear about, what it's like to be in the fire service. We don't always get a chance to hear from our first responders. So it'll be interesting to get to hear a little bit on that side of the house. We had his firefighters were the ones that did the skydiving event with us. And he was the one that kind of recommended and sought out some people for us to highlight on the skydiving. So those are all coming up. I'm pretty excited about that. I also am going to have the Pink Beret on, and you're going to hear more about that. That one was a little bit delayed because they were responding to the floods in South Texas. We're still faced with rain. It didn't rain today, but it's still iffy around here. So there's a lot of response going on and a lot of people working really hard to make a difference. And they are, and they're doing good work. So we're really pleased about that. We're also going to have Connie Alpin with Empower coming up too in the next, probably next month, towards the end of the month. And they have a cybersecurity certificate program that's geared towards veterans and others that wouldn't necessarily have the means or have the, I would say, the pathway to college or to get a certificate. So we're going to hear more from her. I'm really interested to hear what they have to offer and how they bring that about. So, Into the Weeds. Thank you, Amber. And she's on Saturdays at, I don't want to lie, is it 7 p.m. Eastern, I believe. So you can put that in the chat, Amber, if I got it wrong, because I apologize if I did. But I thought tonight too, I get to play some songs because I love to play music. I love to play veteran music. And so since I'm waiting on a guest, or maybe I'm not going to get a guest, I'm not sure. She hasn't answered. So the guest tonight was supposed to be Alice Swan, and she's a military spouse. She's also a writer. She has children that have been to the military academy and are currently in the Army, as far as I know right now, based on what she sent to me. She has been in Family Readiness. She has done all the stuff related to keeping dependents engaged and kind of, working processes behind the scenes when service members deployed. And that's a big job. I did that for a while. I did family support work, and oh my goodness, sometimes I thought I needed the Kevlar and the battle rattle to handle what was going on back here at home. Because when the service members are deployed, family members aren't necessarily happy about it. I mean, they're okay at first, but then as the deployments wear on, their patience wears thin. So just saying, that is a reality. But so she's really very brave to take on that role. She has done numerous other things too. She writes for At Ease magazine and for the Pentagram since 2012. And so if you've never checked out the At Ease magazine, it's geared to veterans. It has all kinds of veteran resource information in it. They highlight a lot of really I'm not looking for the word prestigious veterans, but veterans that have really done some good work. Let me just put it like that. So you'll want to check out that magazine At Ease and see what they've got to offer. I know their newest edition, I think, is coming out pretty soon, but they do have some editions online that you can read. And hello, Claudia. So welcome, guests. I'm sorry I don't have my guest just yet. I'm hopeful that she can jump on, but we'll see. There must have been something come up, and I'm okay with that. So I thought if you don't mind, I would like to play some music. And the first one I want to play is Coffee Anderson, You Can't Spell Hero Without Her. So we're going to play a quick song and then we'll come back and we'll talk some more about some other stuff that's upcoming with MBR and with the Trace Around podcast. So hang on for Can't Spell Hero Without Her.
Signed up to fight for freedom. What a price you had to pay. Picture in her helmet, missing family every day. Your Lady Liberty, dressed like G.I. Jane. Some scars we'll never see. She will never be the same. She's a mother, she's a daughter, she's a sister and a friend. Standing tall in that uniform until the very end. When Uncle Sam called, she signed that line to serve. 'Cause you can't spell hero without her. On that old dusty base with the meadows that shine, she's been to hell and back for the stars and the stripes. Your Lady Liberty, dressed like G.I. Jane, and some scars we'll never see, and she will never be the same. She's a mother, she's a daughter, she's a sister and a friend. Standing tall in that uniform until the very end. When Uncle Sam called, she signed that line to serve. 'Cause you can't spell hero without her. Yeah, yes. For the ones that didn't make it, we will pause and then we cry. We can still see their smile in every sunrise. She's a mother, she's a daughter, she's a sister and a friend. Standing tall in that uniform until the very end. When Uncle Sam called, she signed that line to serve. 'Cause you can't spell hero without her. 'Cause you can't spell hero without her.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
And welcome back to the Trace Arounds podcast. And like I said, if you are just joining again, or if you're rejoining the show, or if you're just tuning in, my guest tonight, I don't think she's going to make it. I haven't heard from her, so there must be something come up. So that's fine. We'll try to reschedule her because she's very interesting. She's a writer. She actually interviewed me for the Addie's magazine. And, I was pretty impressed with her and her bio and just all the things she's been able to do and all the places she's been. So I'm really looking forward to talking to her when she comes on. Hopefully, maybe we'll get her tonight yet, but we don't know yet. So I thought I would talk a little bit about MBR. For those that don't really know what MBR does or is, for a lot of us, it's rehabilitation. Some of us don't have war wounds. Some of us do. Some of us just need a platform to kind of re-engage with military life, because after so many years of serving, you kind of miss that connectivity. So this is a platform where we reconnect, where you re-energize, we find a purpose, and we try to help. That's the whole goal of MBR, is to help veterans and to really put the veteran story out there so that others can hear what some people have been through in their service, and really what it means, what selfless service really means. Not a lot of people know what that means, but that means, like they always say, it's kind of cliche at this point, but it's writing a blank check and saying, I give up my life for this country and for those that reside in it as citizens. Like I'm here to serve. I'm here to serve and protect, and that's what we do. And selfless service is just that. It's not being concerned about your own personal safety. It's worried about the safety of others. So that's what selfless service means. And on MBR, that's what we're doing. Our CEO is one of selfless service. He works nonstop around the clock to support us. All of us hosts on the platform. We have a music side, we have a talk side, and we're constantly looking for things to engage with and to increase our footprint out there. We're moving into doing cartooning for veterans. We're looking into gaming, trying to engage those that are maybe homebound or maybe are in their home, but they don't really want to deal with the outside world just yet. They're not ready to re-engage, but this is a way to reach those veterans, those that are kind of shut-ins for whatever reason they want to be. Maybe it's because medically that's where they need to be, or that's where they have to be at present time, or it could be that they just don't want to be involved with what's going on in the outside world. Sometimes people would rather just keep to themselves, and this is a way to engage those people and bring them to a community that can support them and help them navigate the VA, navigate other benefits that are out there that they can take advantage of. There's a lot of resources out there if one only knows how to tap into it. And that's what we try to do here on MBR, is teach you how to tap into those resources so that you can, make the best life for yourself, and, still continue to serve in a capacity. Maybe it's not the same with a uniform, but it's the same as in you're in your community with other veterans, talking the same language, understanding each other as, your service. Maybe your service branches don't always understand each other, all the vernacular, but, we're engaging with one another. So MBR is just that, a place of engagement. It's a place of jointness and unity. So all the services are represented. I don't think we have anybody from the Space Force. So if you're out there and you're in the Space Force, come join us. So we have a little bit of all the services represented. That'd be great. So I think we're going to take another quick break, and I'm going to play another song. I'm going to play Linwood King, Don't Walk Away. He's a Marine veteran, and he is a rocker from South Texas. And if you're ever in South Texas, you need to catch a show because he is high energy. I don't know how he does it. I see him working out in his reels. So you'll have to check out Linwood King. But this song is called Don't Walk Away.
Leave you now.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
And we're back on the Tracer Rounds podcast on MBR, where we're giving veterans a voice. We're live on Facebook, Roku, YouTube, you name it, we're probably there. And we are giving veterans a voice by allowing them to learn how to podcast. I learned how to podcast on this channel. And so if others out there want to learn how to podcast, reach out. We have a website where you can schedule an appointment to meet up with our CEO and to meet up with Amber. It helps a lot. She's our secretary, and she helps with training. And there's all kinds of hosts out here that will help you get started if that's what your goal is, or if that's what you're interested in, or if you're interested in playing music. We have a music side where you can learn how to be a music DJ on this radio platform for broadcasting or for music. So, we welcome. If you've ever served in the military, you're welcome to come on our platform and engage with us and with the audience out there that we serve. So we're excited for that. I was going to say, we've had a lot of hard things lately that people have been going through, and I'm not a therapist and I'm not a psychologist. I'm not any of those things. But, as somebody that has gone through things just like the rest of you, somebody thinks that you have to have a timeline to grieve something, but you don't. It's all about your timing and what's right for you. What's right for somebody else isn't necessarily what's right for you. And if it takes you 10 years to grieve, you grieve 10 years. If it takes you 5, it takes you a month, whatever it is, the grieving process is solely a personal thing, and you can grieve any way that you need to. So with these floods that have gone on, with loss of people and loss of pets and different things, that is solely and completely an independent response. You don't need to meet anybody's timeline for you. You meet it for yourself. You heal at your own pace, and you ask for help when you need it. So I just wanted to put that out there. I don't think that there's, I think people think you should be over something by now, just get over it. It doesn't happen like that. But if you do need to talk to somebody, reach out. There's plenty of resources that you can engage with to get help, or to work through issues, or to help understand the way you're feeling, or maybe validate the way you're feeling. So I just want to put that out there. Not a therapist. Don't pretend to have any credentials, but as somebody that has gone through life and had things happen, just like the rest of you, it's a personal response to those things that happen in your life. And so don't let anybody tell you any different. It's solely your timeline, solely the way you feel. So just be comfortable in knowing that you don't have to answer to anybody on it. You don't, not required. So I was mentioning the Pink Berets. They were out doing response. They do a lot of really good work for female veterans here in South Texas. I had reached out to them, and they are wanting to be back on the show. So they were doing search and recovery efforts, and so they're going to be scheduling for September 2nd. So I'm really excited to have Stephanie Gaddis on, and she is with the Pink Berets, and they are in South Texas. So I'm really happy to engage with them. They've got quite an interesting story. They focus on trauma-informed care, advocacy, holistic wellness programs. They are particularly passionate about addressing topics of mental health while working to prevent homelessness, unemployment, and work, to stop the number of 22 a day among women veterans. So we're pretty excited to have them They will be on shortly, coming up in the next couple months. So we're really looking forward to that. If anybody has any questions about anything, I usually have someone to talk to. So I'm talking to myself tonight. I don't usually do that, and I'm not very good at it either. But what I do like is music. And I know that you maybe didn't come here to hear music tonight, but I just want to give a shout out to a lot of these artists that have come on the platform, because they're really working hard to get themselves out there. Die Tired is one of them. They will be at Hero Stock in August. Super excited for them. And we have Shannon Book that I think he's going to be out there. We've had Joe Allen Christie on. We've had Marilyn, the song Marilyn by Emily Myers. She is an up-and-coming country artist, and she lives in Tennessee, and she's a supporter of the military, and she's going to start engaging with Operation Song. We just got her connected with that, so we're looking forward to her maybe writing some songs for veterans as she goes forward with that. We've had Cynthia Rauschon, who has a grandfather that was in the military, and she wrote a really great song called Coming Home, and we really appreciate her being on the show too. She has a really great story. We have had so many great people on here. It's not even funny. Linwood King, we talked about, Joe Muse. They all are great artists in their own right, doing a lot of good work out there. Dallas Alexander, he is a Canadian veteran, Special Forces, pretty cool dude. Noah Peterson, he's a veteran. He's a jazz musician. He's been on. Super excited to have them perform on the platform before and then be able to play their music. We're very fortunate from that standpoint. And Jessica Muse just graduated OCS for the Coast Guard and is on her way to her first duty station in Alaska, and she's come on the platform. And so we're really excited to share her music and as she takes her first assignment in Alaska. We talked about Joe Allen Christie. There's just so many great artists. Scotty Frazier. There's Barbara Sim. We just have so many great veteran artists that we have such a library to play and all kinds of music. We have jazz, we have rock, we have kind of R&B, we have alternative. Veterans can do it all. That's what I say. Veterans really, really focus and really can put in the work. We know how to put in the work to get where we need to be or where we want to be. So super excited. Oh, and the Blue Mountain Tribe, they were nominated again this year for the Native American Music Awards. They didn't win this year, but they should have. But they were nominated, which I think is a big honor. So, and they will be coming back with some new music pretty soon. So in the next several months, they should be back. So I think we will play one of their songs you don't hear very much. It's called Get on Your Harley and Ride. So this summer, Sturgis is coming up. So get on that Harley and ride.
Get on your Harley Get on it and ride. I was riding down the street one day. I saw a girl, she was looking my way. I said, I'm riding to Sturgis, you wanna come along? She said, hey mister, that's where I belong. Get on your Harley. Get on your Harley. Get on your Harley and ride. Get on your Harley and ride. Get on your Harley. Get on it and ride. Get on it and ride. Cruising down the highway, going where I choose. Riding down the road to get my chill and my groove. Easing frustration from the havoc and pain. Wanna ride my Harley to make my day. Beating speed through the country I love. Foreign attacks, push and shove. Getting ready to pass through this storm. Cause it's ugly with a mean old road. Get on your Harley. Get on your Harley. Get on your Harley and ride. Get on your Harley and ride. Get on your Harley, get on it and ride. Get on, get on, get on, get on your Harley and ride, ride, ride.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
And welcome back to the Teresa Rounds podcast. And you just got me tonight. I guess isn't able to make it. So I've been going through some of the artists I've had on my show. Some of them I talked about, I haven't. But most of them I have, and they are awesome. That's all I got to say. They are putting out the hits. They are putting out the music. And so I'm doing my best to support them. MBR is behind all these artists, really hoping for their success. So I want to talk about some authors that I've had on the show that their books are really great. They're really good authors. They have their craft figured out. So I'm going to start a reading list. And so I have had several people on and I haven't finished the books yet. But one of them is The Jeep Show with Robert O'Connor. It's about the Battle of the Bulge. It's a very it's an easy read because it is factual, but he blends fiction and nonfiction together, so it makes it kind of engaging that way. So somebody that isn't like super into military tactics details, like, laid out, it is in a story format, and it is a really good read. So you'll have to check that one out. I was also going to talk to you about The Fate of the Generals with Jonathan Horn. He was such an engaging guest, and he was a staff writer for Bush. And like he said, it was just the most amazing thing to be a fly on the wall in the White House. I can't imagine being in his shoes and getting to see and hear everything that he got to, being in that room with the president and with all the people that work in the White House. So that was pretty amazing. So I haven't gotten very far in his book either, so he's on my reading list for sure. And the guest that I talked about that will be coming up in August is Chris Whitmore, and he has a book called Terror to Triumph. So you'll have to tune in for that. I'm really interested to see that. So that's on my reading list as well. So we have a lot of talent, like I said, in the military community and in this veteran community, and so let's celebrate all of it. I also wanted to say that Condition One bars, he's been on the show. Those are the most awesome bars that I've tasted. They are thick and they fill you up. They're great. Also, Badass. Red, White, and Badass Coffee. I can't even say it right. He's been on the show, Dustin Hayes, and that coffee is really great. You'll have to check that out. Trying to think who else has been on the show. Oh, so for Wednesday will be Robert Tobrick will be on the Reese Across America replay on Reese Across America Radio, 3 p.m. Eastern. You'll want to hear his story. He is trying to get recognition for Milton Olive, who was the first African American to receive the Medal of Honor in Vietnam. And his ebook is very engaging, and it really lays out the facts. It's a good read too. It's real short, so it's not like you have to commit a lot of time to it, but it does have a lot of really interesting information in it. And he was a really great guest as well. So you'll want to tune in to Reese Across America Radio. You can find them on Facebook or on the internet, whichever your preference is, however you want to listen. And 3 p.m. is my show. And for Reese Across America too, on Wednesdays is an all-female podcast day. So everybody that's on the platform is a female host that's for the shows. So if you want to just engage with a all-female day of podcasters, tune into Reese Across America Radio, and you can hear all kinds of really great shows. So they have multiple shows every single day, a bunch of different shows to listen to, a lot of variety, just like we do. So you want to tune in to our shows here on NBR, and then you can listen in for some replays and some other new shows if you want to tune in to Reese. So I didn't mention a lot about Blue Mountain Tribe, but Robin, the lead singer, he was a Marine and then also a National Guard veteran. And he did respond in Hurricane Katrina, and he did the riots out in LA when those came about. So he's got a really interesting story. You can catch the replay of that on my YouTube channel. That was a great interview. I've had a lot of really great stories that for veterans just wanting to tell their story. My brother-in-law is one of them. Well, I guess I have a couple of brother-in-laws that told stories. But Ruben Gaona, if you want to check out his YouTube interview, he was so moving. I think his whole family commented how they never knew his story, and they heard his story and they were just blown away. So you might want to check out that episode, and also my brother-in-law, Bud White. You might want to check out his episode as well. He talked about a special moment where a split-second decision saved a little girl's life. and it wouldn't been something he would have normally done, but something had just told him to do something different that day. And I think, God gives us a prompting sometimes that we don't understand, and we do something different out of the norm. And then we find out that slight difference, that slight change, that slight movement in our schedule, in our daily tasks made all the difference for somebody else. So you never know how you're going to impact somebody. Something you say, something you do might just be all the difference somebody needed that day. We've talked about on several shows about, just saying something nice to somebody. I mean, you have to mean it. You can't just say things and not mean them, but just giving somebody a compliment, saying, hey, I like those pair of jeans you got on today, or I like that shirt, or, you sing really well, you write really well, just something that would kind of give that person a lift for the day. You never know, that may be the only compliment, the only positive thing that person has heard in a really long time. So, even small things will impact others. So you just have to think about it in those terms and in that context, that just the little things you say and do can make a huge, huge difference to somebody else. So be thinking about that next time you're at the drive up, you're at the cashier for fast food, for groceries, for Walmart, for any of those stores, and you're just trying to buy something and get through the line. You never know how that one comment you're going to make is going to impact somebody and really bring some joy to them, because I don't think there's enough joy in the world right now. So I think I'm playing another song. I know you're probably tired of songs already, but I never tire of music ever. So I think if I can find it, we'll play Love and Understanding by Blue Mountain Tribe, because I think we all need a little love and understanding right now.
It street. The kind of man that I hate to meet. If he had money, then he wouldn't be poor. He wouldn't be stealing in our streets anymore. We need love and understanding. 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 Where do we go? What do we do? Where do we go? Now I'm telling you, yeah, we need more love and understanding.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Hello, and we're back on Tracer Rounds podcast, and you're on MBR, where we're giving veterans a voice. And tonight's voice is my own because my guest, I think, had something come up and isn't able to make it. So rather than hearing me talk all hour, I've been playing music because music is my thing. So I hope you appreciate the music and these veteran artists that we have on our platform. We try every way we can to elevate their music and to push it out there to other platforms to really get them the recognition that they need to really boost their careers. So, we've done what we can do, and we're going to continue to do that. So I want to play one more song before we get off the air today. But I did want to tell everyone, thank you for supporting me for a year. I've been little here over a little over a year. That's really tough to say for me anyway. And I've been trying to do my best on these podcasts, trying to find great guests. If you know any great guests that you think should be on the podcast, you want to come on the podcast, let me know, because I'm happy to support you and to give you your voice and really elevate your message, whatever that is. So if you know someone that should be on and should be a guest, and you want to get their story out there, or it's you yourself, you want to get your story out there, or you're an artist, or you're a writer, or maybe you're some kind of performer of some kind, reach out to MBR. We've got a lot of hosts. I would love to have you on their platforms and really kind of engage with your story, with your talent, with whatever it is that you're wanting to showcase. We're happy to have you. So reach out to us. We're happy to have you. We have so many great shows, Into the Weeds, Motivated Mindset, Jeepers. I can't even think of them all right now. I'm kind of at a loss, but we have so many shows. Trucker Mouth, On the Road with Trucker Mouth. We have that Gen X Friend. We have Dog Tag Diva. We have Inside the Who's Your Mind with Tony. He's so awesome. He's great with sports. You'll learn so much listening to him. We've got Bourbon and Ball that does fantasy baseball. We've got self-help. We've got Red's show, Red's Roundtable, and he's been off a little bit because he's had some family things come up, and we're here to support him. And MJ with the World of Conscious Positive Thinking, we're thinking about her as well. She should return next week. But we've just got so many shows that you should come and check out till the final whistle. There's just so many different things that you can engage with and listen to. You'll have a big variety of shows to listen to. From Pain to Purpose is another show. There's just so many great hosts, and some of these hosts too. I'm going to just say, if you're a TED Talk, you're a TED Talk person that's looking for a speaker. We've got a bunch of speakers on our platform you should engage with. So just take a listen to some of our hosts, and then, hit them up, because they're ready. They're motivated, and they're ready to spread the word, give a motivational speech, or just kind of tell their own story. We've got some amazing stories on this platform, one of which is our CEO H. He's got an amazing story and he's got amazing talent, and he's happy to share it with all of you and with us. So we appreciate him. So I'm going to play one more song before I get off here, and it's Die Tired, and it's their brand new one, and it's called Fall Forever. Here we go.
Complicates and shakes you, consumes all that makes you deep inside your bones. In a moment, choose the things you want and remember who you are and who you want to be. An anonymous dream came calling deep inside your soul. Let it came with love and splendor, everything you owned. It's right there for us. Just take a chance. How does it feel to fall forever? Don't you know I'm not afraid to take it as it comes? How does it feel to fall forever? Don't you know I'm not afraid, just desperately in love. Little moments we become absorbents, open to all currents of electricity. An anonymous dream came calling deep inside your soul. Let it came with love and splendor, everything you owned. It's right here for us. Just take a chance. How does it feel to fall forever? Don't you know I'm not afraid to take it as it comes? How does it feel to fall forever? Don't you know I'm not afraid, just desperately in love. Take my hand into the further. Let's go and fall forever. You take my hand into the further. Let's go and fall forever. How does it feel to fall forever? Don't you know I'm not afraid to take it as it comes? How does it feel to fall forever? Don't you know I'm not afraid, just desperately in love.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Well, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. This is the Teresa Rounds podcast, and you're on Military Broadcast Radio. And I am signing off for the night, but thank you for letting me play music. That's my thing. I'm sorry I didn't have a guest tonight, but we will have one next week, and we'll be back. So thanks for hanging out, and everybody have a good night. And this is Teresa Rounds signing off.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.